In this work story, I'm going to talk about moldy apples. It's all about the moldy apples. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like that sometimes the inspections are flawed. Within the factories that delivers to schools. So, like, I wonder if the school I work at, if you guys happen to come across this video, it's just how I feel on how we don't get good products to serve to the students sometimes. It's mainly on the manufacturer part not the school themselves. So I'm going to talk about moldy apples because on Friday when I was at work, I was helping my co-workers peel off the stickers of the apples because apparently they're afraid to get sued if someone chokes on a sticker. I'm like, they're treating the high schoolers like they're little kids. I'm sorry, but high schoolers don't like to be told what to do. So, like, if we told them, like, don't choke on a sticker, they're gonna find a way to choke on it. Because, like, when you're dealing with high schoolers, they don't want to listen to you, because, you know, teenagers are at that age where they want to have their independence, and they don't want to be told what to do. I've seen this many times before, but, you know, I don't deal with it. I just let the security deal with it. So basically, back to the story. So again, I was helping my coworkers peel off the stickers for the apples, and another set of coworkers were washing the apples, you know, getting them cleaned up, you know, to serve to the students on Monday and later that day. And I kid you not, the first crate my coworker opened, she saw this first, but I saw this. There was like moldy apples. Like there was like 3 to 4 rows of moldy apples. We couldn't even sell these to the students. And I told the coworker I was helping peel the stickers off. I was like, I said her name. I'm like, why is there so moldy apples? And she replied back, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So basically, the first box had 4 rows of moldy apples, and we had to throw the whole thing out. So the next two boxes were for Monday, and we opened these boxes, and there was like a set of moldy apples. I'm like, I'm sorry, who's the manufacturer? So the only flaw with being shipped from around the world with the company who supplies the food and products for the schools is the only flaw there is if the truck is not from Texas, if it's from another country, for example from India, like I can see the food going bad within the travel to the schools into Texas. I feel like the flaw there is I feel like that the apples and fruits, you know, we sell a lot of fruits because, you know, because we're trying to promote a healthy lifestyle. That's trying to promote healthy eating in a way for the students. Of course, students don't care. They're just going to do what they want, you know. If they want the fruit, they can have it. If they don't want the fruit, they don't have it. We're not forcing it down their throats. It's just we got healthy options for them in case they want it. So the next two boxes we opened for Monday, moldy apples. I said this to myself, and I did not say this to my coworker I was helping. Why are these apples moldy? I'm like, why in the heck are these? When they're moldy and they're bad, we gotta throw them out. And because this food service that I work at, in the kitchen and food service that I work for within the school, they take fresh things very seriously. So like, if the apples are bad, we're gonna throw them out because we don't want to serve. The reason why they're so strict on hygiene and strict on hand washing, the reason why they're strict on good food, because no student wants to eat a moldy apple. No staff member would want to eat a moldy apple. So my bosses and coworkers are strict on making sure there's no mold and no flaws with the apple, to make sure we get the freshest fruit and the freshest food we can get to the students. And the last box I helped my coworker before I had to take out the recycle, moldy apples on the bottom of it. And of course my boss took a picture of it because you need evidence. So she took out her phone, she took a picture of it, and then we threw it out. So this way you got evidence. I feel like if the company is gonna ship the food from another state, I feel like they should be inspected. I think they should inspect it 4 to 5 times to make sure there's no moldy apples. Because also there's a lot of moisture within the boxes because it's packed with carb. I apologize for that. My Amazon Echo went off. Back to the story. I'm leaving that in. As I was saying before, I feel like that the apples and fruits should be inspected. How the things are packed is it's in a cardboard box. Within the cardboard, this cardboard's layered within the apples, and there's moisture within the truck and within the boxes themselves, and it can harbor mold, and that's how mold forms. I feel like that they should inspect the apples so many times so we don't have to constantly throw out the stuff. But again, as long as my bosses take a picture and they report it, it's fine. That's why I'm talking about moldy apples, because there was so many. We had to throw out so many apples that day. It's ridiculous. But yet again, it's not the company's fault. It's not the company's fault that supply the food. It's not their fault. It's the company. It's the manufacturer. It's the company's fault within the fruit. It's their fault for not making sure there's no moldy apples, to begin with. But again, you can't rely on the inspection to the naked eye, because anything can happen. Because there's moisture everywhere, and it can harbor mold, stuff like that. I'm just going to talk about moldy apples, so if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll come back another week with another work story. Moldy apples were just on my mind.